Ladies and gentlemen, we back. Sorry for the long break. I have absolutely zero excuse, but we're here, so let's make the most of it. Today I want to do some stretching because I'm feeling pretty tight. You may have seen my stretching video. It's underperforming like crazy, but hopefully the next video that I drop will do better. I don't know. There's nothing I can really do at this point, but yeah. Normally, I just don't stretch for ages, and then occasionally I'll get like a bit of a hip flexor issue. Just, my hip flexors will be too tight, and I'll stretch for about 2 days, and then it usually fixes itself for another few months before I have to stretch again. So the stretching video I did a few weeks ago is about as much stretching as I've done in a while. So yeah, I have a few things I want to get done before the end of the summer. I kind of had a massive list of physical goals, like fitness goals, I wanted to do by the end of the summer, and the summer started for me in June, at the start of June, and now it's mid-August. So yeah, I've achieved, I want to say at least one, but I can't think of one off the top of my head, so I'm going to say I've achieved none of them. I've got about a month till I go back to uni. Yeah, I know my summer holiday is very long, but obviously I'm happy to have that much time off, but I am excited to go back. So yeah, I just don't want to go back empty-handed, I want to at least achieve a few things. But yeah, let's get on with the stretching, shall we? Yeah, that feels good. I feel the tightness, especially in my left hip flexor. It's quite painful, but it definitely feels good to stretch out. I find it kind of weird how like my hip flexor is like the only muscle that I ever really feel tension in if I don't like stretch it for a while. I think it's because it gets like super high tension when you do stuff like running or climbing. I mean, I haven't really been running recently. One thing I said I would do over the summer is run every day, which I haven't done, so maybe I need to get on that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, my hamstrings are really tight all the time, in the sense that like I can't stretch far, but it's never an issue. I don't ever feel like I have to stretch them out or anything. I think maybe it's just because like I never need to use them in extreme range of motion. Like, all my upper body pretty much always stays stretched, so I don't have to stretch it, because if I go to the gym, I'm almost always like, that actually explains a lot actually. When I go to the gym, I work out obviously full upper body, not all at the same time, but throughout the week I will have worked out full upper body twice, which puts pretty much every muscle into a stretch, a deep stretch, because obviously you've got to get to the end range of motion if you want maximum hypertrophy. And again, like when I train legs, I do hamstrings like quads from squats, and the glutes get a bit of attention. Even like my inner thigh and outer thigh from, you know, those adductor machines, the ones where you like spread your legs, close your legs. But I don't do that often, but they still get worked out from squats and stuff. But I never put my hip flexors into a deep stretch, but like in climbing, I'll always be doing some like really high leg move where I gotta like put my knee up really high without like moving it myself, so I've got to flex my hip flexor real tight, but I never put it into a stretch. And like with my core, I don't train core, so I don't get a tight core. Also, I feel like, does anyone get a tight core? I feel like it's pretty easy. Like I do this a lot, just like stretch myself out, even if it's just like a natural thing that happens every so often. Alright, I'm gonna do some more hip flexors, and then I think I'll do maybe some inner thigh stuff. Feeling a bit tight on the inner thigh I've been doing a lot of handstand training recently, so yeah. And just like that, it's good. Basic stretch routine, no longer than like a minute, 2 minutes. I mean, if you're working for something else, you don't necessarily need to. Yeah. What am I saying? Let me restart that. If you're working for a lot of different flexibility goals, like if you want to, you know, touch your elbow to the floor or something, and do the front splits, and do the side splits, and I don't know, what's another one? Do a Nordic, reverse Nordic. For those of you who don't know that, it's like if you get on your knees and then like lie back so that your body is like flat and your back is on the floor, but your like legs are bent, it like really stretches out your whole front anterior chain, the front of your body. But it's very hard, and one thing I experience when like doing a bit of that is a lot of time my back tries to compensate for the lack of flexibility by like really arching, because I've got a decent amount of flexibility in my spine relative to my like legs, so it naturally compensates mostly at like the tailbone area where the spine joins the legs, and it causes a little bit of pain. Nothing permanent. I mean, I'm sure if you did it over a long period of time, probably it could be permanent, I don't know, but yeah, take that as you will, but I would definitely recommend trying to keep a straight back while doing reverse Nordics. Also, when I say reverse Nordic, the actual movement is going down and then back up, but I just generally refer to like the flexibility feat of just being able to lie down. Obviously, I know it's a lot harder to lie down and then you need the strength to actually like pull yourself back up, which is actually the harder part. But being that flexible in and of itself is impressive. So yeah, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.